Thought I'd pay a visit. Been well, I trust? I see.
What is it? You know how to play? Understood.
What do you want? You know your stuff. Really? All right, fine by me.
Can I help you? Not to worry. We should probably both get back to work.
I'm listening. How wonderful. Very well then.
So we meet again. You got me. See you around.
I'm listening. I can't but... Really? Well... Heading out.
I have a fine selection of medicines. What kind of medicine do you seek? What will it be? Doodle. Looking for something? Don't rush. Take your time. Don't rush. Take your time. Sa-
Take your time. Come and browse our selection. Anything else? Hope.
It's always up. We have wares that may interest you. Will there be anything else? Please, take care.
What is it this time? All right. Out with it. Princess Atsuko was adopted by Lord Shimazu at the age of 17. Since then, she has lived to carry out the duties assigned to her. Immured within the inner sanctum of Edo Castle, she has had to wage a lonely fight for government reform. And her sole consolation is that feline, which perhaps explains the inordinate amount of affection she showers upon it. How splendid. I see. By your leave.
Come. If you have business, then let's hear it. I'm well pleased. Is that so? That is all. You may go. I trust you are keeping well. So many of my cats have returned. Oh, I am so glad I put my trust in you. Frankly, I had all but assumed you would lose interest in helping me. You really are a strange one, going out of your way to rescue so many of my cats. A rare talent, indeed. In any event, we have yet to find all of my cats. And I am not sure how much longer they will last. I assume that you did not expect me to own so many. Perhaps that is cause for concern. But that is beside the point. I would be ever so grateful if you could find the rest of my little lovelies. I promise you will not go unrewarded. I had hoped to cross paths again. Oh, do you speak true? Please, I would be delighted with your aid. I am ever so happy to see you again. Will you be back soon? I fear that I miss you.
I wonder if everyone else has arrived. Well, shall we head inside? If I can find a woman with a bit of spirit, I might even enjoy myself.
The British legation was burned down. They say the big wig fled with his tail between his legs.
Serves them right. Those filthy foreigners made off with my woman.
I can't get the image of the wounded out of my head. So much for coming here to unwind.
Pay attention now. You'll miss the technique if you so much as blink. Hey, tell this fellow how good I am. My secret techniques are quite something. Am I right? I'm talking about my secret techniques. You know, the secret arts from Choshu.
Do you two happen to know this man? Could you kindly stop him bothering me?
He's 3 sheets to the wind. Even the two of us might have a hard time with him.
Hang on, you've never witnessed my techniques, have you? Well, you're in for a treat! Oh, is that right? Well, I'd better go and liven things up.
Thank you. I appreciate it. See you around.
Not exactly the type of guy you normally see around here. I wonder who he was.
それでな。それから。驚きだよな。
Oh, there you are! We've gone and started without you! With this, we take one step forward toward realizing Master Shoin's vision. Kampai!
That place would have been a breeding ground for cholera. We were right to burn it to the ground.
Speaking of cholera, a firework display to honor all who have died is to be held by the Sumida River.
It's a shameless attempt to curry favor with the masses. But I'm all for fireworks. Blaze bright and vanish. Hell, that's how I want to go.
Listen up, men. It's time we began the next stage of the plan. The Red Demon is dead, and the British legation in ashes. We have the momentum to finish off the Shogunate. We'll take control and defend our land from the West's control.
Here, here! And forge the world. Master Shoin, envision!
Then I have a proposition for the next step in ousting the shogunate. Kill Kaishu Katsu! With the Red Demon gone, he is at the heart of the shogunate. And word is he'll be attending the fireworks.
Katsu? I've heard he's just another aspiring windbag. Is killing him even worth the trouble?
It's the aspiring ones that you have to watch. Not that I need to rely on a drunkard for advice. Let's keep numbers low, to avoid drawing attention. Ready to head to the river and finish him? Great. We're counting on you. Sakamoto, you'll join us, won't you?
I guess. If it's what Master Shoin would have wanted.
I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and scope it out. Let us meet at the Azuma Bridge. Ah. You had no trouble getting here, I trust. Katsu is a very prominent figure. He's likely to be in one of the boats in the middle. Once the fireworks start, you'll need to find him without anyone seeing you. You could navigate the boat's roofs, or you could swim there. I'll leave it to you and Sakamoto to do the deed. I'll stay here and keep the Shogun's men away. So, are you all set to kill Katsu? The fireworks are about to begin. Hold on until then.
Time for me to shine, eh?
Well, a spectacular sight.
Oh, it's perfect to run.
Huh? We can raise some hell without being noticed. Smooth.
Ready and willing! Watch out!
なんだ。
Very nice. Oh, very nice.
覚悟しろ！相手しよう！
Don't rush. Take your time. Thanks for your patronage.
Look, this is rather sudden. Why don't we settle this with our fists? This is more than I bothered. This ain't good. I'm not familiar with your style. Quite effective. Suppose I should try harder. Well, I suppose the two of you have fallen in with those thugs who want war with the shogunate. Fighting is such a bore. Someone should collect all the army's gunpowder. Then we could really have a firework display.
The rebels went too far, but they're right to want war. The Shogunate killed Master Shoin!
So you're going to overthrow the Shogun? Fine. Then what? Surely you don't think you can sink the Black Ship with that sword?
If you've got a better idea, I'm all ears. Well, got something?
I do, actually. I plan to build Japan a navy. With black ships of our own, foreigners will think twice before sailing into our waters. Am I wrong? As for the Shogunate, you're not wrong. It's a lame duck. Seen from the inside, that's clear as day. But have you considered it'd be quicker to fix it than to spend all your time overthrowing it? So how about it? Do you two want to help me out? Murder, arson. Is that what Shoin wanted?
A letter's arrived from Katsu himself. It seems he wants our help with something. Ever since that night, I've been itching to take action. I want to help change our nation. But there has to be a better way. I'm sorry for dragging you into all this. I truly am. But I'd wager Katsu will be able to help you. I had a feeling you'd see things my way. I just can't go along with Gensui's methods anymore. Katsu's working out his own vision for what this country could be. You remember what he said on the boat, don't you? I think it's fate things ended up this way, even if I do still feel a little adrift. My gut says to see how far we can go together with Katsu. This isn't the end of the road with Genzui, though. We'll work with Katsu for now, but we're not abandoning Genzui and the others. We should make our way to Katsu's place in Akasaka. He'll be waiting for us there.
Ah, it's you. So, you made it. Now, before we go any further, let me make clear that I have no wish to fight you.
Don't worry. We've decided to take you at your word.
In that case, let us begin. Now, to revive the shogunate, we must learn from the West, but also call on our nation's strengths. But we need recruits, be it in the army, medicine, or the martial arts. And that's where you come in. I'm grateful, but the two of you alone will not suffice. We need large numbers of able swordsmen for an imminent operation. Ryoma, you practice Hokushin Ito-ryu, I believe. You know Hachiro Kiyokawa, I trust?
Yes, we've trained together countless times. I've learned a lot from him.
I want you to ask him to help the shogunate. It seems he is in the Chiba dojo. I sense this request is best coming from you. Of course. I didn't expect you to render your services for free. Who are you looking for? I see. It'll take some time, but I'll see what I can turn up. I'm sure I can find at least a few clues while you tackle the work I set you. Quid pro quo, as they say in the West. I'm counting on you to get us the help we need. While we must be prepared to stand up to the West, we cannot ignore the needs of our people. That will only aid our foes. Above all, it is cholera which demands our attention. There is an expert in Western medicine working on a cure right now in Kanda. I want to make sure that remains their sole focus. Would you go talk to them? See what you can do. I see you are no fool. In fact, a French military officer is currently here at our invitation, training our forces in the Western style. The esteemed Admiral Enomoto is grappling with this as we speak, but all is not going to plan. Go to the Hanzamon Gate and lend him a hand. Very well. Please, do not let me down. Now I'm afraid I have other business to attend to. Come and see me once you have done what I asked of you.
Do you mind if I leave the military stuff to you? That kind of thing's not really my forte. Thanks. Don't worry, I won't make you take care of everything. I'll do what I can to help.
I was wondering, what can I do for you? Anything else? I hope we can be of service to you again.
Hey!
Lend me a hand.
Sorry for stopping you like that. I promise it's for a good reason. You see, there is this local herbalist who wants to turn himself into a mummy. And he'd like someone to gather materials in his stead. What do you say? A simple job for a mighty warrior like yourself, no? Heavens! I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? The name's Yoshizo Sudo. I'm just your average informed citizen. I love to write down whatever I see and hear. Perhaps you've heard of me? I've got a book series out called the Fujiyokaya Diary. In any case, there is all sorts of things required for mummification. Think you can get them for my herbalist friend? Huh? Oh, wonderful! I knew you'd be willing to help. It's like they say, you can always rely on the kindness of strangers. And before I forget, I've written down the materials here on this paper. In the meantime, I'll ask the herbalist for more details.
Thank you! I deal in rare goods, you see. And those guys nearly robbed me of all my stock. But you saved my life, so please take anything you want. Well, maybe not take, but I'm sure I have something you'll want.
What will it be?
Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Please come again. heard your prayers.
Scholars always needing to learn a Fuck! This ain't none of your
Oh, how do you describe
Thank you! You really are a mighty warrior!
Where there is life, there is hope, huh? You really came in the nick of time. But what rotten luck, huh? How are getting jumped like that? Who knows? My herbalist friends never seen them either. They must have mistaken us for somebody else. In any case, I knew that you were strong, but you surpassed my expectations. Clearly, my eyes did not deceive me. But where are my manners? This is my herbalist friend I was telling you about.
Did you bring me the persimmons and salt I asked for? Thank you. I know it's not much, but please accept this as payment. Indeed. Which reminds me, Sudo, you may write about it in your diary. And tell your future readers to dig me up someday.
Certainly, certainly. I'll definitely include that. And let me thank you also for your hard work. As bread always falls butter side down, you can be sure we'll meet again.
Hey! You there! Over here! Hey! You're Ronin, right? How would you like to do some work for me? It's nothing difficult. Just a little errand, really. You see, there's a rumor that the folk around here are being spirited away by the gods. While I've never been one to believe in such mystical happenings, the fact is a number of people have gone missing. My hunch tells me something is suspicious with a nearby village. What I want you to do is go there and investigate. For a Ronin, you're pretty easy to deal with. You can rest assured I'll make it worth your trouble. Now then, the village in question lies that way. Find out whatever you can about the disappearances. I'm counting on you.
You've seen too much. I can't let you leave!
how did things go in the village? I thought something was amiss, but to think that the whole village was involved. One wrong step, and I might have been spirited away myself. Well, now that the mystery is solved, we can lay the victims to rest. I'm sorry I looked down on you for being a Ronin at first. Indeed, I'm glad I asked you for help. Thanks for everything.
I'm glad to see. Really? But that would. What would you like me to work on? I have a hunch you will be back again. Am I right?
Been well, I trust? Ah, music to my ears. I was hoping you'd see that. Taken any photographs lately? I'd love to see them. Be sure to drop by again. How are you? Been well, I trust? Ah, music to my... Well, I can see that you worked hard on this. Be sure to drop by again.
Yeah, there's a mighty awful stench coming from the water. The canal water has been stinking like hell lately. It's making life hard for everyone nearby. You can smell it all the way here? That's some nose you got there. Anyway, the water comes from a reservoir past here. I'd go and check on it, but the area's rife with dangerous beasts. With a weapon like that, I'll bet you know how to handle yourself. Would you mind investigating the reservoir for us? Really? We're in your debt. Please find out what's causing the stench and let me know.
You had to meddle it up.
boys. It would seem it's the out. So go find the dogs and silence them!
Damn fools!
Oh, kill them!
Hey!
You have no idea what you're doing
Who were those guys? Phew, I'm glad you came back when you did. So, what was going on at the reservoir? Don't tell me those thugs tried to dispose of them there. Ugh. Thanks, but no thanks. I'd rather not see the photo. Well, I suppose we better give the reservoir a good clean. Thanks a lot for all your help.
Hey! You needed to talk to me about something? Sure, speak your mind. Who's been spreading rumors about me? Guess I can't hide anything from you. While I love to watch boats go by, being aboard one, bobbing about in the water, that's a whole different matter. When we fought on that boat, I honestly felt so sick I thought I was going to give up the ghost there and then. But you wouldn't have known it to look at me, would you? I'm an Edo boy, through and through. We can grin and bear anything. How thoughtful! Sure, speak your mind. Why, it's gotta be grilled eel. That tantalizing aroma, the sweetness of the rich glaze. It's the quintessential Edo dish. Other than that, I can't resist a sweet treat. Like dumplings filled with sweet bean paste and mochi. Oh, but I truly love foreign confections. I don't have them too often, but I tell you, they taste simply out of this world. You know what I thought when I first tried them? We need to whip Japan into shape if we want to measure up to the countries who make those things. And that's when I knew I had to reform the shogunate. Just kidding. If you say so. Well, till we next meet.
I'm listening. How wonderful. Very well then.
Till next time.
You rounded off any fugitives? Best of luck out there.
Ah, perfect timing. Katsu says dinner is on him. He wants to thank us for all the work we've done. And to be honest, I still have a lot of questions for him. Well, care to join us? Excellent. Let's be on our way then.
Ah, you're here.
So, where are we off to, Katsu? I'm looking forward to this.
I'm afraid my invitation was merely a pretext to ask another favor of you. Mind if we discuss the matter over our meal? Thanks. You can be sure I'll pay you back for this. Everyone good with my usual haunt? Busy as we've been, I haven't eaten there in a while. At long last, the Shogunate fleet's taking shape. Even the crew's beginning to look the part. The hardest part's yet to come, though. And I'll be counting on your help in the days ahead. There's no shortage of those who say the Shogunate can't be trusted. Hence all these divine punishments. Have you heard? People are taking it upon themselves to punish those who deal with foreigners. Damn fools. They ought to try sinking the black ships that started it all.
Ryoma! What are you doing here?
Izo? Ah, I didn't realize you were on duty today.
By your confusion, I'll take it you're out of the loop. On Ryoma's recommendation, I've hired Izo as my bodyguard. Speaking of which, where the hell have you been? Well, now that you're here, you can come along for a meal with us.
Well, what do you think, Izo? Katsu has real vision, doesn't he? Bet he taught you a thing or two.
Indeed, he's a great man. You know, he didn't come from money, had no pedigree, but you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone with a mind as shrewd or judgment as keen. And yet he treats everyone as his equal, even the lowly people like me. I can't help but feel that if he were to take the reins, the Shogunate would regain its former glory.
What? Have you lost your mind?
Ryoma! You must have me! Katsu must die! We must do the deed right now! If you're against me, I'll kill you too! The only way to save our country is to bring down the Shogunate! What am I doing?
Why are you doing this, Izo? I thought getting to know Katsu would finally open your eyes!
Your message would get us nowhere! It's a waste of time! My way is the only way! You've taken Master Shoin's legacy and trampled all over it. You'd better pray we don't meet again. Shogunate dogs.
There he goes. Ryoma, for better or worse, Izo sees things in black and white. He's beyond my help. He's convinced that because some officials are responsible for the people's suffering, simply killing the right men in power will fix everything.
So, nothing's changed since we were in Yokohama.
I had a feeling Izo was going to turn on me before long. I had thought Ryoma was the only one who could reach him. Well, he's the cautious one. If you or Ryoma seemed even a little bit off, I was sure he'd vanish. Sorry, let's do dinner another day. And I really am going to make this up to you.
Izo's got Master Shoin's teachings all wrong. I thought maybe if he talked to Katsu, he'd quickly realize his mistake. Talking to you always makes me feel better. But I just can't look the other way. It's clear we have to do something about Izo. Far too much blood will be spilled if we leave him be.
It's always a pleasure. We have wares that may interest. Please, take care.
What is it this time? How splendid. All right. Out with it. Indeed. We've been friends since childhood. And though he is 3 years my senior, we pretty much grew up together. I come from a poor family and have endured much hardship. That I am alive today is thanks to Saigo. We may not agree on everything, but we share a deep bond of mutual trust. One might say, he is the other part of me. I see. That concludes business.
Over here. Oh, it's you. I understand you work for Katsu now. That being the case, there's a duty I would have you perform. I was the wife of the previous shogun, you know. There's no hiding such things from me. But I speak in jest. Katsu serves the shogunate. It stands to reason I have dealings with them. The duty in question is the protection of the shogunate vassals. Following the purge, resentment towards the shogunate has continued to grow. And of late,
I've been feeling uneasy. Without definite proof of a threat, however, I can't set people to work. Thus, I would turn to you for help. If you have any other questions, I'd be glad to answer them. I have. Aside from your good self, I've recruited a number of capable individuals. Lord Yi was surrounded by no few bodyguards, yet he was still slain. We cannot be too cautious. So, will you do it? Will you protect our retainers? Wonderful. I can see why Katsu places his trust in you. If something were to happen, it would be after everyone has left the castle. You may stand by in the area till then. It appears I was right to feel uneasy. Katsu's escort has not returned. Deishu Takahashi. He's a warrior of great skill, and I like to think there's no need to worry. Still, we can't afford to lose Katsu. Not now, of all times. I will come with you. Whatever is happening, I wish to see with my own eyes. If it's dangerous, then I trust you to protect me. I have made my decision. Let's be on our way. But my dress is not suited for the rains. I'm afraid you'll have to give me a lift. Let's go. Last time I rode like this, I must have been with my stepfather. Katsu was assaulted at the fireworks display on the Sumida River. He ought to have been more careful. He is a true patriot, you know? We must protect such people at all costs. I figured there'd be bandits along the way. Here.
Come to hell! Right there!
Those children of cowards!
unfortunate.
Cut down all those who side with the shogunate! No, not like this! Him!
Phew. I feared the worst for a moment there. Sorry for the hassle. You're from Satsuma, aren't you?
What if I am?
Well, well, this is quite the predicament. If she were to find out about this...
It seems the situation is under control. I'm glad both you and Takahashi are safe. As for the villain... What? Nakamura?
Princess! What are you doing here?
I should ask you that! With Lord I's death, Satsuma should have made peace with the shogunate, yet here you are making trouble!
With all due respect, I think that's a mistake. The shogunate should not have opened up Japan. It isn't fit to rule. Mr. Saigo would surely say the same.
Imbecile! The Saigo I knew would never think of doing something so foolish as attacking Katsu! I won't listen to any more of this nonsense. You'll be dealt with later. Now be gone from my sight! Regrettably, yes. He was one of Saigo's closest. That he, of all people, should do this. The disgrace!
Well, no harm was done, so let's not dwell on it. Far be it from me to say so, as the intended victim.
Of late, I had been feeling that something was amiss at the residence. In hindsight, that must have been the source of my unease. The blame for this incident lies with the Satsuma. We've caused a great deal of trouble, and for that, I apologize. You may not worry, but it's something I needed to say.
So, as to what happens next. It'd cause complications with the Satsuma if we punished Nakamura. I believe it'd be best to simply pretend none of this happened.
As you say. My thanks, Katsu. I must thank you as well. Your service will not go unrewarded.
What kind of medicine do you seek? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Do look after yourself.
Who are you? Ah, so you're his new assistant, are you? He's told me you'll want to watch. My name is Takeaki Enomoto, Admiral of the Shogun's Navy. I've come here today to observe. A company of guards has been soundly beaten by the French in a military exercise. I fear their commanders all but given up on our nation. Without Brunei, our forces stand no chance of being trained to a Western standard. That's why I need you to go out there and impress him. You have my thanks. Now, let me show you inside. French forces await beyond. I leave it in your hands.
Thought so.
Here I come! Here they come!
Fortune favors you.
One of us. Bastards have a mighty powerful cannon. You'd best be careful. If you must go, take this with you.
We'll miss our chance.
I'm ready!
You're not looking so good.
Ranger forces have their headquarters on the battery over there. Now, go give them a taste of your samurai spirit.
Ready and willing.
Fortune favors you.
Prepare yourself! Here I come!
Whatever you intend this time, it won't be like before. It seems you still have much to learn. Impressive, as ever. Not for the man dies. If you die, you'll only have yourself to blame. This is the strength of the samurai. Not bad. When Katsu told me he had arranged some entertainment, he must have meant you. Well, well. And I thought you were all set to kill me this time.
I am sorry. At Katsu's request, I did not inform the French side that this was merely a continuation of the training exercise. I intended to halt proceedings if things got out of hand. I never imagined the French base would fall.
Well, well. It seems I was too hasty in writing this nation off. I do not need pressure from you. Admiral Enomoto, I will train your men in French military technique. But there are conditions. I do not expect everyone to be of this warrior's caliber, but I need men who are willing to learn. Samurai who rush headlong into battle are mere cannon fodder. I care nothing for status. I just need spirited young folks who I can teach to fight from scratch.
Understood. We will start to recruit them without delay. I am grateful to you. I'm afraid I must remain here. May I ask one last thing of you? Find Tatsugoro Shinmon in Asakusa and tell him what we've discussed. I'd like him to help recruit some youngsters. My thanks.
How are you? I never thought you'd side with the Shogunate. But, given who you are, I assume you have your own plans in mind. Let's put that aside for now. What else do you need? I can't believe it! Really? Well, I'm happy to listen whenever you want to talk. Take care out there.
Hey! Huh. To think you would come to me by your own accord. Well then, there are some things you don't want to mention here, right? I don't mind going outside. Let's go someplace quiet, where there are no prying eyes. Follow me. Did you think I hadn't noticed? Where you been running about with Sakamoto of late? There's no way that wouldn't get back to me. Though it seems Kusaka hasn't noticed anything. I don't know what you're thinking. We may have walked together in Yokohama, but I guess I really don't know you. But look, just because you wandered down the wrong path, doesn't mean I'll cut things off right now. I mean, I could do that if I wanted, but then my life would be just that little bit less intriguing, wouldn't it? You've got nerve. Surely you won't be cut down so easily. Anyway, you must have your own reasons to do what you do. I've known from the start when we met in Yokohama that your goals were different from ours. I will walk my own path, and you will walk yours. If those paths should cross again, let's celebrate over a drink. Your treat, of course. What do you want? You know your stuff. Really? All right, fine by me. Later then.
Hey! Can I help you? All right, though I may not be the right person to ask. Too high! Oh, why, it is an earthly paradise. The Miyazaki and Yoshiwara are home to the most beautiful women in the land. Indeed, I will never forget my first visit to such a world of sensory delight. Takasugi served as my guide. Boy, did I cut loose that night. But when at last it came time to pay the bill, I came up short. So, I had somebody run and fetch Katsura. Let me tell you, never have I seen that mild-mannered man so angry. Top notch! All right, though I may not be the right person to ask. When I heard the Red Demon was continuing his oppression, I couldn't idly watch from the safety of my domain. But I never once imagined that Master Shoin would be arrested. I nearly fell over when I heard the news. If only I could have spoken to him before he died. My failure to do so will surely haunt me for as long as I live. The very least I can do is help others to carry out his last will and testament. Ah, understood. Be seeing you then.
What can I do for you? Go ahead. Yes, my spectacles. My eyesight has always been terrible, and I struggled before I had them. I could barely see the ground and kept tripping over. When someone called me from afar, I couldn't tell who it was. My brother couldn't bear it anymore, so he bought the spectacles for me, saving the money little by little. I'm truly grateful to him. Ah, how lovely. If you'll excuse me.
Ah, it's you. I don't know what you were thinking, trying to get close to those shogunate officials. Let's talk, just for a while. Understood. Be seeing you.
Over here. Need something? Oh, all right, I suppose. Only ever in the company of comrades like Kosaka and Ito. After all, I care little for flashy entertainers. I didn't come all the way to Edo to gallivant in the pleasure district. It'd be a shame if my aspirations were thwarted by sheer debauchery. Through abstinence and the weathering of trials, one discovers unexpected paths forward. At least that's my theory. This is great. Oh, I see. That concludes business.
It's always... We have wares that may interest you. Please, take care.
What is it this time? How splendid. I see. That concludes business.
Over here. If you have business, then let's hear it. pleased. Let's hear it then. What can I say? I've loved cats and such creatures since I was little. I had another cat before Princess Sato, but sadly, she passed away. Even now, I think of her often. She and Princess Sato are irreplaceable to me. They are my treasures, the children I do not have. Yes, that's a fine idea. It might help me feel better. Let's take a little walk. Come. Come with me. The disgrace of it all. I still can't believe that the villain would turn out to be someone from Satsuma. Right now, Japan is faced with an unprecedented crisis. Now, most of all, we must join hands and stand together in common cause. We can't hope to survive if we fight among ourselves like this. Like me, Nakamura wants to change Japan for the better. We merely envision different ways of achieving that goal. As someone who shares the same homeland, I want to believe this. I consider it my mission to bring disparate factions together. But no matter what I do, how much I give, it isn't enough. I can't reach them. So not a word out of you after all. When you stand there in that unflappable way, I feel foolish for letting my frustrations get the better of me. Times like this, it's best to take your mind off your troubles by eating. Tell me, do you like sweets? Excellent, excellent. Well, we really have like minds, you and I. I thought I'd make simmered sweet potato, you see? And I like to treat you by way of an apology for making you listen to my grumbling. If you have business, then let's hear it. Is that so?
There's something I want. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. I hope to see you again soon.
Ah, it's you. You needed to talk to me about something? How thoughtful! If you say so. Well, till we next meet.
I'm listening. Very well then. That is all. Till next time.
Oh, you're doing well, I trust.
Hey! Hey, can we go out for a bit? Let's find somewhere with a good view, shall we? This seems like a good place to talk. Truth is, I've been getting a lot of cold looks from people lately. I guess I see why. We do have connections with both the anti and pro-shogunate sides. But how can we forge a new Japan if we're bound by social obligation? We're free agents, Ronin, so we need to act like it. They can call me shameless all they want. I've only ever done what I thought was right. Hearing you say that feels like a weight off my shoulders. It's not easy to shed social ties for ambition's sake. I admire that about you. I really do. It doesn't come easy to me for fear of others' judgment. But you really don't seem concerned in the slightest. You're like a free bird in a big blue sky. So I'm going to keep moving forward, even if people do talk behind my back. Maybe one day I'll be able to take off and fly up there with you. No, wait. If you're a bird, then I get to be a dragon. You'll see me soaring ahead of you one day, I promise.
What a coincidence. What is it? Oh, really? A strong will is essential for winning any conflict. Of course, there are many who think only of crafting deadly weapons. But let's say you had two evenly matched armies. Who do you think would win? Obviously, the side which refused to crack under pressure. Fortunately for Japan, its samurai are made of strong stuff, and so they are perfect for me to mold. Allow me to thank you. Oh, really? I dabble in drawing. Indeed, there are few hobbies I devote more attention to. I draw still lifes, mountain landscapes, you name it. From the act of finding a subject to the sound of my pencil against the paper, there's no way to describe the pleasure it gives me. Which reminds me, the Japanese are not yet used to the pencil, are they? I will lend you one sometime. Perhaps you could try drawing something with it. I see. Very well, then. Perhaps we'll meet again soon.
Who are you? Why are you here? I see we share the same goal. But unfortunately, now is not the time. Katsu? Ah, the Shogun's man. But look, I need to attend to my own business before we can talk. Simply chatting won't help matters. But since there's nobody else I can ask, I might as well share. Ine Kusumoto. I studied Western medicine, and I'm researching a cure for cholera here. Those suffering with the disease cannot be ignored. But I am yet to see much in the way of success. I've been trying to make medicine, but it all turned out to be poison. And a deadly one to boot. It needs to be properly sealed in a container, or poison gas will escape. The anti-shogunate folks heard about it somewhere, and came to ask me how to make it. They're up to no good, I'm certain. And they've been haranguing me in my lab ever since. All of my colleagues were terrified and ran off. They sent me a threat this morning. They're planning an attack. But I can't just turn my back and flee. I have to protect my lab. Truly? Okay, please. That's wonderful news. They're planning to strike when the sun sets. Are you ready? The gates are blockaded, so it will take time for them to get in, which means they'll likely approach from the rear. I'm counting on you. But please, take care of yourself.